Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the air enter your body and let it remind you that you are still here, still guided, still seen. Every wound you've carried, every word that cut, every act that bruised your spirit, none of it was unnoticed. When people hurt you, it can feel like you've been abandoned in darkness, as if the world has turned its back and justice is asleep. But the truth is, nothing escapes the balance of life. The power that formed the universe watches silently, patiently, and precisely. It is never late, even when it feels slow. What's done against you is already being handled by a law older than time, the unseen justice that no human can escape. Most people believe revenge will bring them peace. They wait for karma like a storm to strike, thinking, maybe then I'll feel better. But peace doesn't arrive through punishment. It comes through release. The moment you stop replaying the pain in your mind, the moment you stop carrying what someone else did as your identity, healing begins. You see, when someone wrongs you, their action plants a seed in the soil of their own life. That seed will grow and the harvest will come, whether it blooms in daylight or behind closed doors. You may never see it, but you don't have to. Life will handle what life must handle. Your only duty is to keep your own soil clean, your spirit free from bitterness, and your hands steady on your own path. It takes strength to stay calm when anger wants to speak. It takes discipline to breathe when your mind burns with the desire to prove a point. True power is not the loudness of your voice, it's the silence that doesn't surrender its peace. Weakness reacts, wisdom responds. Weakness strikes back to feel alive, wisdom stands still and lets the divine balance move. Every master throughout time has taught this lesson. The one who rises above pain doesn't do so because they are emotionless, but because they've learned that retaliation ties you to what hurt you. If you stay angry, you stay connected to the wound. If you release it, you rise above it. When people betray you, they expect your destruction. When you keep standing, keep breathing, and keep moving with calm eyes and steady hands, you break their expectation. You remind the world that no darkness can destroy a soul that trusts in the unseen order of life. The energy that hurt you cannot survive inside you unless you keep feeding it with attention. Every time you think about it, replay it, or wish it undone, you are watering a weed that doesn't deserve your garden. Stop feeding it. Let the poison die in silence. God's timing doesn't need your anger to act. It needs your trust to open the way. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's wisdom. It doesn't mean you forget what happened or invite the person back into your life. Forgiveness is simply saying, I will not let what you did define who I become. It's a choice to protect your peace over your pride. It's not about approving their behavior. It's about refusing to let their darkness live inside your light. The one who forgives doesn't lose. They win twice. Once by freeing their heart, and again by allowing divine balance to do the rest. Remember, forgiveness is not a favor you give to them. It's a gift you give to your own soul. When someone causes harm, their actions set in motion a silent current. That current moves through time and returns to them in form and feeling. Sometimes it looks like isolation. Sometimes it feels like restlessness. Sometimes it appears as closed doors or the loss of peace. You may not witness their struggle, but know this: no act of cruelty goes unnoticed. The universe records both the harm and the heart, and just as surely it records your restraint, your patience, your faith, your decision to let go when revenge would have been easy. Every calm breath is counted. Every silent tear is seen. Every act of grace becomes a shield that protects you from their energy. Life teaches through contrast. The pain they cause becomes your teacher, not to break you, but to awaken you. Every wound holds wisdom. Every betrayal sharpens boundaries. Every heartbreak deepens your compassion. The most painful moments are often the ones that introduce you to your real strength. You learn that you can survive storms without becoming one. You learn that grace is not passive. It is power under control. Grace says, I can strike back, but I choose not to. That is mastery. That is strength. That is the spirit of the Shaolin way, to act with awareness, not reaction, to remain rooted even when shaken, to trust the unseen even when it feels unfair. Remember, God's justice does not always appear as thunder. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it works slowly, teaching lessons in the background while preparing your blessing in the foreground. You might think you've been forgotten, but you are being prepared. The delay is protection. The silence is strategy. The balance will come in ways you could never imagine. And while it unfolds, you are being shaped into someone wiser, calmer, and stronger than before. The longer you trust, the lighter your heart becomes. The lighter your heart, the faster your spirit ascends beyond what hurt you. Do not confuse patience with weakness. Patience is power that knows when to move and when to wait. The bamboo bends in the storm but never breaks. You too must bend without snapping, trust without seeing, and walk without knowing exactly where the path leads. Life does not reward those who chase revenge. It rewards those who protect their peace. The energy you spend trying to prove someone wrong could be the energy that builds your next chapter. The attention you give to their downfall could be the attention that could have built your rise. Don't waste your divine energy watching their life. Invest it in your own becoming. There is a saying, you will see the justice of heaven when you no longer need to. When your peace becomes more important than your proof, you are free. That is when the pain loses its control. That is when the one who hurt you loses their power. They may still speak, still act, still pretend, but inside they will feel the imbalance they created. And you will walk untouched because your focus has shifted from punishment to purpose. This is the beauty of divine balance. It doesn't just handle them, it heals you. Every time you resist the temptation to react, you are training your spirit. Every time you breathe instead of curse, you are gaining mastery. Every time you choose silence over argument, you are stepping into wisdom. This is not surrender, it is strategy. It is spiritual strength. It is how God transforms pain into power, tears into clarity, wounds into wisdom. Your part is to keep your inner world clean, because divine justice cannot move through a heart filled with bitterness. You must become a clear vessel through which peace can flow. Think of it like this. When you stop watching the clock, time moves faster. When you stop watching for justice, it arrives sooner, because energy flows where attention goes. Keep your attention on your healing, your growth, your training, your purpose. Leave the rest to the divine. The same law that turns seeds into trees will turn every wrong into right at the appointed time. You are not responsible for their consequences. You are responsible for your alignment. Walk tall. Keep your head bowed in humility, but your spirit lifted in strength. Let your calm be your reply, your growth be your revenge, and your peace be your victory. One day, without realizing it, you will look back and see that the people who once hurt you no longer have a place in your thoughts. You will notice how free your mind feels, how light your heart has become. You will smile, not because you forgot, but because you forgave. You will realize that what was meant to destroy you was actually used to strengthen you. Every tear became a teacher, every scar became scripture, every moment of restraint became proof that you were walking with something greater than yourself. This is how God deals with those who hurt you, not through noise or spectacle, but through quiet balance, through time, through lessons that return to every soul exactly what they have sown. And as you trust this truth, you are freed from the burden of trying to make things right yourself. You no longer need to fight to be understood, to be avenged, or to be seen. You can rest in the knowledge that what is meant to be revealed will be revealed, and what is meant to be healed will be healed. Your only task now is to rise. Rise in dignity, rise in silence, rise in discipline, rise by focusing on what you can control, your attitude, your peace, your path. Every sunrise reminds you that darkness never wins. Every breath reminds you that you still have purpose. Every act of kindness reminds you that good always multiplies, even when unseen. Let this be your practice. Let your calm become your armor and your heart your temple. Do not allow hate to live where peace is meant to dwell. And when people look at you and wonder how you managed to stay kind in a world that tried to make you bitter, let your life be the answer. Tell them you didn't do it alone, that something greater carried you, something unseen but undeniable. That's how God works, quietly, precisely, perfectly. So keep trusting, keep walking, keep rising. The one who hurt you will face their own lessons in time, but your lesson is to stay aligned, to protect your peace, to keep your faith strong and your spirit pure. For in doing so, you don't just survive, you transcend. You are not what was done to you. You are what you choose to become after it. This is your strength. This is your freedom. This is the way of balance, the way of peace, the way of divine justice. Walk it, and nothing can defeat you. If this message touched your heart, remember to stay connected to this path of wisdom. Subscribe to Daily Path to Strength. Like this video if it helped you release something heavy. Share it with someone who needs peace. And tell me in the comments what part spoke to your soul the most. Together, we keep walking this path, not in anger, but in awareness.